What's up, guys? The Inventing Gamer, ready, and I'm back. So, let's just immediately jump into that. This is Planet Coaster 2. It's been a game that's been interesting for a while. Now, a few questions, if you have any. Why have you been gone? Life happened. Um, I'm planning to try to post like once a week, maybe more. So, anyway, though, this is a blank canvas. I want you guys to come up with a name for this place. And, and we're gonna plan it out today, so give me 1 second. So yeah, we're gonna be using the zones, and I really like these zones because they make it pretty easy to plan with. So before anything, we're not gonna have the entrance over here where it currently is, right around there. We're gonna put it in the corner, and this will give us a lot of freedom. Now, I have some zones already planned out. We're gonna jump into those. But first, you might be wondering, what is this blue separation? This is going to be a huge mountain range that stretches across all the different zones, basically dividing them up so that we can just, they don't have to blend together, they can be completely separated. So, yeah, beginning here at the entrance. And this zone is going to be the Japanese theme zone. So we can have the Fuji Mountains here. We can have a bunch of cherry trees, bunch of trees like that, bunch of sushi, karate buildings, Japan style. Here's the Hawaiian section. And this section's interesting. It's like the tropical relaxation station. It's very much just palm trees, hang out, and enjoy. So yeah, this is the West, and this is pretty much just gonna be Western themed. Like, there's not a better way to put it. So now, a few questions. Some might be thinking, why there? Why putting the West right here where you put it? Why not just put it here? It seems like you could get more land. Well, I can't select these trees. And that's an issue, for me at least, because the Western is not a tropical forest. As much as it would be nice, it's not. So we can't allow that, which is why we decided to go with what we did. So yeah, let's jump back into the staff zoning and let's talk about this next zone. Now this area right here, we're gonna start shading it in, and this one is gonna be the sci-fi area. Very technologically advanced, very just fancy, very nice. Overall, this one is going to be just whatever technical gizmos we could create. Sure, tan will work. This one's hard because you can't choose white, seeing as everything's white, so yeah. So we're just gonna shade this one in, and we're gonna make the circle a little smaller, and I'll get back to you when I'm done. And perfect, here's the sci-fi area all laid out, and let's move on to this next area. So this one needs like this Liberty color is what the game is going to describe it as. And this one is basically going to be witchcraft, castles, dungeons, stuff like that, because it needs to be somewhere in a park. You all gotta have it. You got a villains area of the park. This is kind of what it's gonna be similar to. So we're just gonna block all of this out, and once that's done, I can get back. So see you guys then. Okay, this is all finished. We're gonna call it Strange Magic. Now, as for the other ones, we have a lot of tools we can play with. Some of which just being all over from walls, aquatic to just western to everything to castle. Like possibility is endless. However, our next zone is actually going to be around this dude, otherwise known as mythology. We're gonna put this dude in the corner. And for this, oh, that's a perfect color. So for this dude, we have just like think of Rome, think of Greece, think of all those. You got Colosseum, you got all those. We can have something similar. But yeah, overall, just nice palace. So yeah, let's go with that. Anyway, I'm gonna finish this and then get back to you then. And it's all done. Mythology all planned out. So, hmm, these last two zones are kind of interesting. So we have a lot of options. Now, to me, this is shouting like, come on. But that goes into Hawaii. The Hawaii can be all the water slides. This dude, the Viking, I feel like it has to be Viking themed. So, it's either that, or we could do something a little bit more interesting. If we go to the benches, for example, we have a lot of different options. Fairy tale, and me personally, I really like the idea of like a Looney Tunes theme. So this one is going to be called Looneyland, and we're going to mark that here. This one can be bright, bright pink. No, bright orange. Yeah, that fits it. That's orange. What are you? This is Western. I don't. Sci-fi. Blah 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 blah. Nah. Is royal blue okay? Nah. We're just gonna go duck. No, we're gonna have bright orange. I don't. Yeah. But yeah, spent too long. But like, this is the like theme. So yeah, we're Looneyland. Think of just cartoons and funny stuff. Just a bunch of like random stuff. So yeah, we're gonna finish this. Okay, Looneyland's all done. And finally, we have this last section. But it's a big area. It's really big. Which is exactly why we're going to give it to the Vikings. Now, I do have a slight idea. So, because this area is so big, I think I might just do something like that. So yeah, we're going to be doing that. And everything else is labeled except these. So this one's going to be Vikings. Yeah, why not? So yeah, Vikings obviously, just like Viking stuff. ships, treasure, taverns, quests, all that sort of stuff. And once I'm finished, we're gonna get back and discuss the final section, which is one of my favorites. Okay, done with the Viking, and finally, we have this dude over here. And because I want this to be a part that we do along the way, I'm going. If you guys have seen almost kind of like just random stuff in a park, Benji, who is an amazing Planet Coaster YouTuber, doing tons of details, tons of just making everything look good and feel good, and just an amazing person overall. He has this park where he just puts random ideas. We are going to give this to the crowd. So whatever you guys want, we will do in this area. Not trying to steal from Benji, but I like the idea. Also, it is kind of just I want to do this with you guys, and to do this with you guys need to have some artistic ability in this challenge. So, yeah, these are all the lands planned out. I'm happy with these. Tell me what you guys think. Yeah, this is all the planning we're gonna do for today. We're gonna move the entrance, and then that's gonna be where we wrap it up today. Just plan it. Let's get this going. Let's start this thing up. And tell me what your thoughts are. Okay. Okay. Let's do that now. So, first of all, let's get rid of all of this. And that's gonna give us a little bit more money. Adios, amigos. Okay, see you later, broken dudes. And then right here. Oh. We go directly across. Okay, that's a bug that needs to be fixed. Okay, so we're gonna go over here, and today we're just gonna get kind of a rough outline. So, we're gonna build a tunnel. And to build a tunnel, we need concrete, rough concrete. That should do it. And to do this, we're going to lower the terrain a little bit. And then we're actually going to smooth this out. Get rid of all these plants. Now that's going to be a pain. Okay. Well, we can get rid of you and you and you. And why is my multi-select button not working? And you and you and you cannot go. But you can go, and you can go, and you can go. And you cannot go. Okay, so these dude, that's not ideal. That's not much better, but it works. Now, come on, mate. We just gotta extend that a little bit, and then we just smooth that out. Perfect. When I say perfect, I mean good enough. And then we're actually going to raise this a little bit more. Go around here. And smoothing this up. Okay, that's about good. And we're going to go into much more details later on. But yeah, I'm gonna build this tunnel real fast, and then I'll be back once it's done. Never mind. Happened again. Okay, guys, come on. Planet Coaster, please. Could we kind of fix this, please? Guys, submit it as a bug report, and now it's just getting irritating. Okay. Okay. Um, yeah, we're gonna finish this off, and then I'll show it to you if I can. Guys, why? Okay. Okay. That bug is so frustrating. Okay, guys, that was a while. Honestly, I like it. It's a good start. And honestly, it could be better. It's not the best. Mm. However, seeing as this is the first episode and all, it will do. Also, we got everything zoned out. We know what we're going to be doing. And honestly, I'm pretty happy. So, yeah, this is where we're going to end today. See you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.